Hey guys, this is ItsAnnaAdo here. Welcome back to my channel. I'd like to say thank you for all the support that I've had both here and on my Wattpad. And I would also like to apologise for not uploading recently. I've just been very busy with school and assignments and going back to school in general, so I haven't had such a free loose range schedule of whenever works fine. And a quick note that I would also like to put in, because I've put it on my Wattpad but not on my YouTube, I do not own any of the Marvel characters. Of course Marvel own all that, so all credit to Marvel for making those amazing characters such as Tony Stark and Peter Parker. God, I love Peter Parker. And so thank you for the support. It seems like not a very big deal to many people, because only 13 subscribers, but I love that because I've only had this channel a week, and I would like to say just a big thank you. Also, today I am going to be reading Forbidding Love. It is my Wattpad story that I have made my last 2 videos on. You can find it on my Wattpad, ItsAnnaAdo, all 4 chapters of it. Today I'm going to be reading the 3rd one. It's called How Did You Get Your Powers? So before I waste any more of your time, sorry for the long intro, let's get into the video. I don't know what that was, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try that again and start now. It had been a few weeks and you had started to get used to the other Avengers. You would dare say you started to like some of them. In particular, a coffee brown-haired, deep mystical-eyed boy by the name of Peter Parker took your liking, and without even realising it, your innocence and many other amazing features had won you his. And it was dead obvious to everyone in the compound, except, of course, you. Due to the recent events, all the Avengers had moved into the compound full-time, including Peter, much to your joy. And the smile he put on your face made your father happy, yet how the 2 of you were growing closer and closer each day did not. He had already warned you before the others had moved in, so as not to startle you, and he had made it a very keen point that he would be keeping a very close eye on you, especially around the young hero known as Spider-Man. You had no idea what your father meant, but after a while of everyone being at the compound, you and Peter grew closer, spending more time together, whether that being studying or binge watching cringy romance movies or old TV shows when everyone else was out on a mission while sharing pizza and popcorn. You had really grown close, and even though you hated to admit the others were right, you were falling for Peter Parker, and you were falling hard. It was another day, and the others had gone out on a mission, all except for Peter and Wanda, but she stayed in her room for the most part, only coming out to train and then shower. You and Peter sat on the sofa in the main living area, watching some old sci-fi movie from the 90s Peter had put on. You were lightly talking when a sensitive topic came up: your powers. You didn't like talking about it because it made you feel less than normal, and the fact that your dad hid you from the rest of the world, even though you knew it was for your own protection, added to the factors. Peter turned to you in a curious tone. Hey, YN? Just out of interest, how did you get your powers? But he was met with nothing but what he took as uncomfortably heartbreaking silence from you, making him continue, but hesitantly. Of course, you don't have to talk about it if... I was just wondering about it. I'm really sorry. I really didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, YN. I'm sorry. No, it's fine, you say, while looking back at him, stuttering a bit. As you explain, I was in my dad's lab one day, and you stutter out between tears. Your anxiety was rising. You were scared of what he might think of you. Peter noticed this and put his hand on your back, slowly rubbing it as he noticed your father doing it when the others accidentally scared you. And it did work. He then said, "Hey, YM, it's okay. Take your time. I won't judge you, I promise." God, did he have to be so perfect? You slowly composed yourself and continued to explain as he sat there rubbing your back comfortingly. Well, I was in my dad's lab messing around. I was never really a sticker for the walls. And well, my dad's tech interested me, so you chuckled out before continuing. Anyhow, I was running with part of a metal portal in my hand and I wasn't looking where I was going, and I ran into the chemical store on the desk. They spilled into my mouth, in my eyes. Peter slowly nodded and then said quietly, "Thank you for telling me, YN. I know it can be hard to trust people for you, so it means a lot." He said this while smiling slightly, then opened his arms, signalling for you to hug him, and you did just that as he leant back out of instinct of wanting to protect you, pulling you with him. He was about to apologise to you as he was embarrassed and scared. He had panicked. But to both his and yours shock, you leant back without hesitation and snuggled yourself into his chest, clutching his shirt, before mumbling some inaudible words and allowing your ECE, basically it just means eye-coloured eyes, to flicker open and shut a few times, then finally shutting your eyes, engulfing Peter's sweet candy smell, a small smile appearing on your face as you drifted to sleep. Peter slowly started to stroke your hair colour hair, before planting a short but sweet kiss atop of your head, a bright pink blush rising to his face. Then he whispered, "Sleep well, beautiful," eventually falling asleep to the scent of your appleberry shampoo with a slight smile across his face. Okay, thank you for listening. I will put my Wattpad name in the description below. I hope you all have good days or good evenings wherever you are and whatever you're doing. So I hope your days or nights go really well, because me for one never sleep. I never sleep, night terrors all the time, but it is what it is. So yeah, I will hopefully upload another video soon. It all depends on my time schedule, because I do return to school. It is Friday, so I return to school Monday properly after my COVID test. So I hope everyone is staying safe in this pandemic, and thanks for listening. Bye guys.